We spend so much of our lives chasing this one huge idea. Years, sometimes decades, trying to pin it down to finally grab hold of it. We call it success. But what if success isn't some distant mountaintop we have to conquer? What if it's more like a quiet friend, one that lives and breathes and changes right alongside us?
It's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? In those quiet moments. When we're doubting things, or maybe even when we've just accomplished something big. It's like this whisper that follows us through every single part of our journey. And the answer, well, it never quite seems to stay the same. We're about to walk through a whole lifetime of different answers. And if this journey feels familiar to you, we really hope you'll join our conversation. Because these are the stories that connect us all, the ones that are truly worth sharing. Our journey begins in the springtime of life. It's a time of small beginnings, where every little victory feels absolutely monumental. This is where the foundation of who we are gets laid, not with big trophies or a round of applause, but with the simplest, purest achievements. Can you remember that? The pure, unfiltered pride of a 4-year-old just marching home with dry clothes? In that one tiny moment, a whole universe of confidence was born. That was it. That was our first real taste of success. A personal, quiet win. And then, the world starts to get a little bigger. Suddenly, at 8, success becomes this thrill of independence. It's about mastering your own tiny universe, knowing to turn at the right corner, seeing that familiar porch light, and feeling, with total certainty, that you could find your way back all by yourself. As our world keeps expanding, so does our need to connect with other people. By 12, success isn't really a solo mission anymore. It's the sound of shared laughter in a crowded school hallway. It's about finding your tribe, the ones who make a big, scary world feel a little bit more like home. And then comes that incredible milestone. Success at 18 is something you can actually hold, a small plastic card that represents a whole world of freedom. Just the feel of those keys in your hand, the promise of the open road, it felt like the world just cracked wide open. And just like that, with the world cracked open, we step into the summer of our lives. This is the building phase, a time of pure ambition, of sweat and hard work, of laying down the foundations for the life we always imagined. Success now is all about creating, achieving, and finding our place in it all. All those late nights poring over books, all the sacrifices, they all lead up to this one single moment. At 23, success is hearing your name called out, feeling that degree in your hand, and just knowing all the hard work finally paid off. And then you leave the classroom and step into the real world. At 25, success is that huge sigh of relief. It's the validation of landing that first professional job, the proof that, hey, maybe, just maybe, you've got what it takes to make it as an adult. And then the measure shifts again, this time from being about me to being about we. By 30, success often takes on a completely new shape. It's not just about your journey anymore, but about building one with someone else. It's the warmth of a home, the sound of kids laughing, a feeling of belonging you never even knew you were searching for. Then comes a quieter but no less powerful form of success. At 35, it's about that peace of mind. The ability to provide, to pay the bills without that knot in your stomach, to actually plan for the future, and to finally, get a good night's sleep. The seasons turn. That frantic building of summer starts to mellow into the golden light of autumn. It becomes a time for reflection, for reaping what you've sown. Success is less about getting things and more about appreciating them and seeing the legacy you're starting to build. Now success starts to turn inward. At 45, it's this personal victory against time itself. It's catching your own reflection and still seeing strength, seeing vitality, and a spirit that hasn't dimmed one bit, no matter how many years have passed. Success now becomes something you see in others. At 50, it's that deep, heart-swelling pride when you see your values taking root in the next generation. It's just watching your kids navigate the world with kindness and with character. In a world that so often pulls people apart, success at 55 is the deliberate, beautiful act of staying together. It's still holding hands, still talking late into the night. It's still choosing each other day after day. It's the quiet triumph of a love that has truly lasted. And by 60, a whole different kind of freedom starts to show up. The weight of all those heavy responsibilities begins to lift. Success becomes that simple, wonderful feeling of lighter shoulders, of having more time to just breathe, more space to just be. And so we arrive at winter, a season that isn't about ending, but about a kind of quiet grace. Here, success gets stripped down to its most essential parts: dignity, memory, and the simple, powerful strength it takes just to endure. Things we once completely took for granted, they become these cherished victories. At 70, success is the quiet dignity of self-reliance. Just the ability to manage your own life, to make your own choices, to stand on your own 2 feet. And here, the journey comes full circle. Remember at age 8 when success was knowing the way home? Well, at 80, it's the exact same goal, but now it's filled with a lifetime of meaning. It's the quiet victory of holding on to your map, to your memories, with grace. In the end, success becomes the most fundamental victory of all. At 85, it's the quiet strength to just make it through the night. It's the simple, profound gratitude for a body that continues to carry you for one more day. So after traveling through an entire lifetime, from those first proud steps to the last quiet breath, what is the final measure? What is this ever-changing thing we've been calling success? Maybe it was never about getting to one grand destination. Maybe success was always right here, in the journey itself, in the collection of all the small wins, the quiet milestones, and the simple blessings that, when you weave them all together, well, that's what makes a life. Success grows with you. It's shaped by your age, your loves, your losses, and your wisdom. It grows because of you. So, what does success look like in your life right now? We would be truly honored to hear your story in the comments. Share this with someone whose journey inspires you, and let's keep this beautiful conversation going together.